Greetings everyone, this is Lux Incendiary, back for more Pax Nova with a special guest, Zeus the cat. He's just sitting on my lap, but so if I start hissing in pain or something, that's probably why, because he's digging his claws in my leg. But getting back to where we were last time, we were just about to exterminate some bugs, so let's get to that. Or get exterminated by bugs. Yep, that was not a great showing from our Vanguard. I'm going to have them fall back and then start healing. That's pretty great. But our Shock Trooper should be able to take him out quite handily. Pew pew, lasers! That's pretty fun. Alright, and then we're going to have him shut up and heal too. He shouldn't need too long. We also have a citizen? Where did we get that? So that's a unassigned citizens are bad because that basically it means that you have a plot that you're not doing anything with, but it also means that they are going to be generating they're going to be lowering your prosperity, which is bad. You can see right here, because of our one person who was unemployed, we get -4. That's pretty serious. So we are going to build. Let's see. We can't. So let's build an extraction district and get that building. And he is immediately assigned, and our prosperity jumps up. Yeah, that is. The unemployment is a huge penalty, which is another reason why mountains are so bad, because you can't build anything on them. You can't assign citizens to them, which can really start to jack up your unemployment, which is, again, quite bad. But aside from that, let's keep going. Hopefully, see what you are going to do. Are you going to start attacking us? No? Alright, how do you feel about us just hacking away at this hive? It's not yours. You gonna let us do this? Yes, apparently you are. Cool. And then, oh right, the healing takes the full turn, so they weren't able to do anything. And Cult has changed their leadership now. Cool. Yes, and every time they change their leadership, you can condemn for... I don't really know why you would condemn. I guess because you want to piss them off, and you want to... Well, I mean, really, you condemn them because it lowers their growth, so it stops them from doing things. But it also pisses them off, so... Not super worth it, in my opinion. Certainly not at this point. Lasers, and that should finish it off. The citizens of Right can now sleep easily with one less source of worry is gone for good. Oh, don't worry, there's plenty more where they came from. So a body was found inside the main nest, along with a communication device. It appears to be that the deceased was a researcher from the Citadel of Imin, investigating the phenomenon we refer to as the Rift, and more importantly, believe that this device was the key to accessing it. We should inquire at the leadership of and get more information. Alright, so, what this means is down here, we want to get to tier 2 to make an inquiry. So, every turn, we get 0.01. That's not too much. But, if we send a delegation, which costs 4, we immediately get 15, and we're going to get a +1 to our growth for the rest of ever. So we're going to do that right away. We can't do anything else with these guys for 15 turns, because you could also make a donation which improves relationships by 25, but doesn't give you that the growth bonus. So I figured it was more... I usually like this more. And we need to get to 35, so in 15 turns we're going to give them the 700, probably, assuming we have the money. We are slightly lower than I would like, but that just kind of happens. So now... And now we have a military that's not doing much. We could go in and just say, hey, we're going to conquer you, Logan. It'd be easier to do with Markov, though. So yeah, I think we're actually just going to immediately say... We're going to immediately build an artillery tank. But aside from that, I think we're going to go And beat up the... we're going to go beat up the Easterners. Yes. I mean, and again, like, you might be asking yourself, well, wait, you said that you needed influence to do it. Right. So what we're going to do is they already don't like us. So we're going to park our units outside their border, and that's going to jack up their distrust chase from us through the roof, and then they're going to declare war on us. The only disadvantage to this is the fact that they will get the first turn to attack, which could be bad, but unless they start building stuff really fast, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright. Do I want to deal with you? Yeah, sure. We'll just get rid of you right away. And as much as I say we're... Oh, Jiminy's. That was slightly worse than I expected. So yeah, we're going to have these guys sit around and heal. Oh, also, one weird thing this game does. A lot of 4X games now don't let you do Doom stacks, so you just put 1,000 units on one tile. But in Pax Nova, you can't even move through their space. See, because if I want my Vanguard to get to this square, they got to go all the way around. They can't just go through it, even though they're allies. This goes for everything. So you can... this can get kind of unwieldy as the game goes on, as we will probably see. It's a very interesting choice. And for instance, like, there's no point in me going... Like, your units a lot of times have to take alternate routes from each other. It can be kind of a headache, but it's also kind of interesting. So, I don't super mind it, but it's not necessarily good. And we got city defense systems. That'll be good if we get attacked. Oh boy, these guys are ready for war. Nope. Where was diplomacy? How do they feel about me? They like me. They don't respect me because we have different leadership choice, but they trust me a tiny bit, and we have good affinity. So we're probably pretty good with them. We probably not much of a risk of them turning on us. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, that happens sometimes. If you click on this or anywhere, you immediately go to the diplomacy screen. So that can be slightly jarring if you do that on accident. So I want to do this, and I want to do this. So he's got a couple of units. And like I said, with them blocking, like, so just because he has this unit here, like, I cannot get to the city right now, except for there's one space that's adjacent to the city that I could attack it, which makes it much harder for me to just blitz my way through, destroy the city, and then say, oh, yep, capital's gone, all your units disband. Which you can do, by the way. Once the city is gone, all the units will disband next turn, although they won't attack. So, if they have a large army but only one city left, it can be pretty advantageous to just go for it. And I need to not do that. I don't think this actually bugs them, but it might, and it's kind of annoying to me. Yeah, so right now, just getting everyone... Actually, I'm going to do something kind of cheeky next turn. Maybe. So we got our first milestone on the Path of Ember. So we can either increase label 1 for all present and future outposts and starbase, which isn't quite as good as it might be, or increase city defense of our capital city by 200 plus. So outposts and starbase are structures you can build that basically only allow you to create military units. They are pretty good. And we're going to want good star bases later on. Because there's like no settlement type in space. So that's the only way to build ships in space. Which we will get to when we get to that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for that right now. The Immortal Capital is also pretty good. That's like... Because mostly you're going to cap out at around 20 without bonuses. Or 200 around bonuses. Another 200 is pretty good. But I'm going to try not to get myself killed, so I'm going for outposts. And then we're going to intern. Greeting, I believe we could benefit from city defense. They're trading renewable energy. Sure. It says this is slightly bad for them. Which makes sense. I think it's bad for them and not bad for us. But either way, it's pretty even, and I'm willing to take that. Of course, that's what the AI says. So yeah. So we're just gonna have the Vanguard just sit right there and start stoking tension, and then if we get lucky. Okay, so this is going to be our first look at this. So what we're going to do, now you might have remembered me saying that you're either going to get enemies that are going to attack you or something that isn't super worth it. I actually want the enemies right now because what I'm going to do is, this is right next to their home base. I'm just going to run away, and the enemies, the critters are going to go for the Easterners. So, nope, I got some mushrooms. I mean, that's good, but it's also not what I was hoping. But that's fine. So now we've got our artillery tank. He's going to start moving around. And we've got... You still have some movement. You're going to go over here. Just sit down. And then I want to show you what I meant by... so if I go to diplomacy, like the Easterners, they hold grudges us from Earth. We have different leadership types. They envy one of our cities. Okay, so we haven't stayed there long enough for them to be annoyed. How is Wright doing? Is going to grow in 8 turns. It's going to get a new citizen in 15. That's pretty good. I should probably actually though get military academy because new infantry units built will start with 50% of the XP they need to level up, which is obviously fairly good. I don't know if that's actually obvious, but it's fairly good. Actually, no, that's 200 right now. It's not really worth it. I am going to have these guys build... There's a light tank and a demolition squad. As you might guess, demolition squads are good against... I mean, it's anti-armor damage, but the armor of a city very much counts, so these are fairly good at city busting. The problem being that they do not have range. But, you know, not a whole lot actually does have range in this game, so... Oh, good. You're going to get bothered by these guys. Artillery units. Keep moving forward. Whoop. Were the disciple let us open our borders when our faiths flourish? Yes, seems like a good idea. This mostly is something... No, I'm not going to let you. So open borders means that we can both move through each other's territories without... Well, actually, really at all, because you can't do that without declaring war. So we can both do that, and as long as we have that going, we're going to get a bonus in... one of the... They're going to like us more. They're going to... Yeah, they have affinity for us because of our open borders. And that's a pretty decent one. They still don't respect us, but who cares? They still have bureaucracy, so who cares what bureaucrats think? Getting pragmatism right now is probably a good thing. So we're going to pass this edict. We're going to be getting a bit more credits per turn. Should keep us pretty good. I do enjoy the sounds in this game. Although the music isn't super noteworthy, it's just kind of humming. I know that's a thing, but that's a sci-fi thing, but this doesn't do it for me. Keep moving everything into position. I will at some point annoy him to the point where he will decide to attack. And that will end poorly for him. Hopefully. Because, I mean, you can see, he doesn't have a... He has a fairly... and now he's built a defense district. So that's going to be a problem. Because that's going to be able to shoot me. So I don't like that nearly as much. I think we're actually, because of that, we're going to have him move... Good lord, he's going to take a while. Hopefully this won't actually... No, actually, he can go right there. That'll work. The shock troopers are going to sit around and heal. We've got the demolition squad. I am honestly, though, just hoping to be able to blitz them, because I should be able to get the demolition squad and the artillery tank to deal damage right away. As you can see, that's going to deal 44. If I have these go in, they're going to deal 30. I think the demolition squad will deal something like 50? Yeah, he's too far away to check. But anyways, it shouldn't take me more than 2 turns to completely take out their city. Oh, yep. They have declared war. So be it. You will regret this. So yeah, this may not have been the smartest thing I could have done. But I don't really care. That's not them. That's the... Alright, so they've adopted... You see, hacker makes an offer. The hacker is contacted and they're successfully managed to hack that didn't access content. They offers access to it. So if we accept it, we cost 300, decrease affinity, but increases influence by 8. Ooh. I'm not going to do it. Mostly because I don't want that relationship hit, and it's not super worth it right now. Ooh, that's tempting, though. That is super tempting. Affinities only goes down by 5. That might actually be worth it. What would I do with it? I could immediately use that to turn around and praise them. That wouldn't be the worst idea ever. But then that's sort of pointless. So yeah, I'm not going to do anything. Alright, so you can go in and deal 30 damage. You can do 25. You are good enough. Stop healing. Yeah, we're gonna have you do that. Get our tank moving. I probably don't actually have enough. This is going to end quite poorly for me. Oh yeah, this is going completely pear-shaped. But I didn't realize they are also at war, so this might actually be reasonable. I might still be able to do this. So if you go to them, so it looks like the Aeon cult is... Nope, Eastern, we're at war with them, and I think so is the Eastern. Yes, the Aeon cult is also at war with them. So if we're both fighting them, we should have a pretty decent chance. I really want to take the city. I want to be the one to take the city, but actually, yeah, if we don't take the city, then I've sort of wasted my time. Oh. But you can see how much damage the lasers do. Like, this is why I really want... I suppose that's what I need to do. I need to get my second city going. If I did that right away... I actually think it's worth it. I'm going to build this right now. Like, this could be... This is not the time for this. This should have... This was... The time for this was earlier, but... For right now, we're going to build a second settler. This is actually also a pretty decent area, but it's... Yeah, I'm going to go for the double, because these will make a whole lot of good later on. Alright, and now, I don't want to attack them. That's the Aeon cults. Move over here, get in range. Yeah, we're going to have you go for... Yes, I didn't really mean to do that. Alright. So you're probably going to... You're shooting that. Oh, when he's moving. That's not a great idea. Because now I'm just going to, like... I'm not going to take much damage from this, right? Yeah, the artillery tank's only going to do 22 damage to me. That's not very much. I get some Aether for that. Just gonna sit around until next turn because I can't move. Demolition Squad moving up. Scouts in our area, but that doesn't really bug me. Ooh, Eastern Resistance has another. I gotta stop clicking on that. Okay, so if you go in right now, you're going to deal 55 damage. It says it'll deal 30 bit back. It won't. I don't know why it says it will. And honestly, I don't know why it doesn't, because it's the city. It should shoot back. I don't know. And for some reason, he's just going to bugger off and go somewhere else. You move over here, because then they can both attack. That's not going to be enough, right? Oh, just barely. So as long as one of them survives, I should be able to kill... I should be able to take this city out next turn, and I'm... Well, we'll see. This could be on the wire. So the tank's gone. And Demolition Squad is going to go up there. Okay. Whatever. You have just lost. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm annexing the city. I now have their thing, and this city is now going to start making money for us. In order to so a vassal, they're independent, and you can't control them. They're going to give you half of their money, and they're going to keep half of their money, which you will get when you assimilate them. But to assimilate, you need 8 influence, which is kind of a lot, especially right now. But you could also return them, but since the Eastern Resistance doesn't exist, I'm not even sure what this option does, and I'm not going to try. But that's been a pretty good episode. So I will. So if you guys have liked it, like, comment, subscribed. Please, it helps out a great deal. And I will see you guys next time.